gentlemen, and everyone in between, welcome to the stream. It is daytime. That is a bit of the wrong angle. No, too much angle. It is Thursday morning. It has already been a morning. So, and today we are going to be cooking some French onion soup. So, part of which is going to be the stock, the bone broth that we made. It's chunky. It's still a little frozen. Oops, rigged. As always, we have some sound. We have White Bat Audio, Carl Casey of White Bat Audio. You can check them out on YouTube. They are little tickers down there. They are providing us with the music for the day. So today's is Nostalgic Synthwave and Chill Synth Retro was what we'll be listening to today. So, right, French onion soup. Part of the reason that I made the bone broth last week, or last time, was it last week? I can't remember. So last time we made some bone broth. And part of the reason was to make this French onion soup. Now, I have no idea if this is traditional French onion soup or what. There is, like any recipe like this, I would strongly suspect that if you went to certain regions in France, you go to the left side of France and they do it one way, you go to the right side of France, they do it another, so on and so forth. So I don't know if this would be traditional or not. I haven't, you put in traditional French onion soup and oh my god. Not being a chef, and just being some random cook guy, no clue. So surprisingly enough, what we start with is onions. Now, theoretically, this is a one pot. You can do this in one pot, but I'm going to be doing it in two. Oops, wrong button. Wow. So yeah, I'm going to be doing this in two because I want to. Is the generic answer to that. So we start by cutting up a heap of onions, because who knew that the main ingredient in onion soup was onion? So we have Earth's Garden organic onions, that we will be starting with today. Get my compost bucket out and ready to go. Oh, I've obviously not been paying enough attention to my knives, because that one is getting a little blunt. So the recipe here calls for 6 large onions. What the frig is a large onion? So I am going to be, once I get this peeled properly, I'm going to be cutting these up. Why do you not want to peel? Because I'm a dilbit. I'm going to be cutting up probably more than 6 because I have various sized ones here. So yeah. Don't know why that one was so painful to peel, but there you go. So I have my chopping board out, but I did soap down, and I do soap down the countertop. Ooh, nope, that one's a little far gone. Do soap down the countertop before I do anything, because that way I can use the full countertop to put my food on, to do whatever I want, because it's clean. See that? Definitely gonna have to put that knife on the stone. Not happy about that. Well, not that I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy that I let it get that blunt, and now I'm streaming with it that blunt. It's just not the thing to do, I tell you. So, like I said, the recipe calls for large onions, but I'm going to throw this wee baby in anyway. Right. That's better. Ooh. Does not want to play. This is why having blunt knives gets you in trouble. So when you've got a sharp knife, that action, you just whoop, done, no problem. When it's blunt, you're putting in too much. You're putting in a lot of force. So if something goes even mildly wrong, you start cutting things that aren't meant to be cut. Which, let's face it, nobody wants to go there. Especially not in the middle of a stream. So I may have to change knife. Onions. Go the onions. Let's do that. Alright, so knife change. Whoops. Haha. Sharp knives. Whoops. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to have to get out the sharpening stone and put that knife over it a couple of times. So embarrassing. Now it would be nice if these organic veg came in recyclable plastic. So So for the record, if anyone from Earth's Garden ever watches this, can we please have recyclable plastic? It's my washing machine going off in the background if anyone can hear it. Sort of bopping away too. All right, what do we got? Let's do one more. One more gargantuan. Hello, Gigantor. Which one do you think are the fresher onions? Right, so now I've got to thinly slice the onions. So I'm not gonna cut these into, like, I'm not gonna dice them, make them really small. I'm just going to cut them in a way that, so you can, I don't know if you can see that. Hang on, let's see if we can find a bigger, better one. Yeah, okay. So hopefully you can see the striations of the onion there, yeah? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it that way. So all the striations in it, when they cook, they'll fall apart, but they'll leave lengths of onion in the soup. So there'll be some chew in the soup itself. If you dice them up really small, you drink it through a straw. White man dancing. How you doing, Cap? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? How you doing today, Cap? What's up? What's new? What's going on? Chopping up some onions. It has been it has been a interesting day already. I've already been down the airport and back. You're better? Excellent. We like it when you are better. Today we are making French onion soup. We've just taken all the skins off the onions, and now we're chopping them up, ready to put them in the pan. We've got our 2 litres of bone broth that we made last time, which is going to go into the concoction. And we're trying to catch Pokemon. I was a little embarrassed earlier in the stream because, oh no. Okay. Not a fan of onions, Cap? Is that what the oh no is? No, can't eat the ones. Hang on. Can't eat the ones I did enjoy. Yes, I was a little embarrassed, Cap. My knife was blunt. So I had to get a sharper knife. And it was... I don't know why that other knife was so blunt all of a sudden. Maybe I just didn't notice. But yes. So hang on, Cap. I'm confused. Can you eat onions or not? Good. Oh, starting to get that tear. Starting to tear up. I can't eat them because they... Oh no, they hurt you. Oh, bad. Boo. Don't hurt the cat. And try to stab myself in the thumb because, you know. Thumb stabbing is always fun, right? Boo! Got me with the host. Are they still hosting? I thought they would have been gone by now, Cap. But thank you for the host. I suppose onions are a nightshade, so it makes sense that some people would be allergic to them. So these, you can see that I've just rough cut them. Whoop, let's go that way. Hopefully you can see that. Might be a bit bright. But I've just rough cut them. They'll fall apart in the pan. Olive oil. Don't know why it specifically calls for olive oil. Don't usually cook with olive oil, but here we go. Let that heat up, and then we'll cook all the wonderful onions. Hello, Ziggy. How you doing? Ziggy is visiting the kitchen. What do you reckon, Zig? Hey? Want to sniff my onion hands? Nope. Not interested. Come on, Zig. You want to come say hello to chat? Hey, Ziggy. Hello, chat. Hello, chat. Alright. Pat the cat, wash the hands. Yeah. All the things. So we are going to need another pot for the making of the rest of the food. Yeah, get off. That is the jelly. That is going to be that's the stock. That's the bone broth that we made the other day. So what we're going to be doing here is we're basically going to be good Lord, I totally forgot the word I was going to use. Browning the onions. Caramelizing. We're going to be caramelizing the onion. We'll use this one. Again, look at all this onion in this French onion soup. Ooh. We're missing some of what's going on there. Interesting. Alright. Looks like that's moved. I don't want to touch it. Can be a bit precarious up there. So, that one. There it is. Spin that out a bit that way so that everyone can see what's going on. Come here. Bit of onion skin. So hopefully you can see they're starting to break up. So even though I didn't do a lot of cutting, the way I cut it is allowing it to just fall apart in the pan. And I get to stab it. Come back, food. Try to escape. Right. It's all trying to escape, I tell you. So caramelizing onion takes a while. and there's lots of little tricks and tips and all of that of how to do it. Yeehaw. Right. That one needs a bit more chopping. We'll use the blunter knife for this one. Now, normally I wouldn't cut with a knife on the metal, but that one has to go on the stone anyway. I've got a lot of onions in here, which is why I'm kind of stirring it a bit more than I might. It's also why I'm using the wider base pan to do the onions before I put it into the other pot to actually create the soup. You should be able to see they're starting to brown off a little bit. But they are going to reduce and brown and brown and reduce and reduce and brown and brown and reduce and over and fold it and roll it and fold it again. And this is just going to keep happening until they're not burnt, but it's going to look like it. I've also got it on a little bit higher heat than I perhaps should have. Just stabbing at the last couple of bits of onion. And Captain's back. Welcome back, Cap. So how's everything going at your end of the world? What emote is that? Napstaff Blender. You've just got all the emotes, Cap. Turn that down a bit. Now don't worry about the bottom of the pan being a bit darker than perhaps usual, because we are going to deglaze that later. That is all oniony goodness and flavour. You can hopefully see that these are starting to just, instead of piling up, they're just starting to, well, some of them starting to just flop off. It's what we want. We want to just heat it till it gets nice and soft, and then just keep it moving ever so slowly until I think it's the natural sugars in it start to just burn. Now, this recipe calls for a little bit of sugar to be added. We'll see. No, it's mushrooms for me, Cap. I can eat mushrooms, but the smell is... smell is freaking horrible. See? There you go. Starting to get a bit warm in here. Might have to take the jumper off eventually. Caramelize. Escape. Spinach. Okay. I don't mind baby spinach. Baby spinach is nice. Jumper off. Woo! We'll see, Cap. We'll see. Turn the right one on. Yes, I did. Oh, just going to add a little bit of heat to that to start getting that to melt. Yeah, I just can't do the cooked spinach. Oh God, why would you cook spinach? I grew up with the boil the shit out of all your vegetables until there is no goodness left, English style, of the 70s and 80s. Put me off all sorts of vegetables for so very long. Boiled cabbage is an experience I don't wish upon my enemies. You know, deep fried in the gyros, fine. Should probably turn the exhaust fan on a bit so we don't keep fogging up the fogging up, what's that thing called? A camera. Alright, I'm going to turn that right down to low. so gross. Right, so at the moment the flavour of the onion is, it's almost bland. A lot of the acid of it is gone. It's softening up nicely. And so now we've just got to wait for it to caramelise, which is literally a waiting game. Caramelizing onion, slow. We're probably, so how do Mondays look for me? What part of Monday and for what, Cap? Because I may be changing my stream Monday. I may have to. Because I want some time in the blacksmith shop, and it looks like currently the only time I can get it is Monday nights. So, or Monday evenings. So I may have to change my nighttime stream. It's probably gonna end up being a Wednesday. And do a Monday day stream. So add an extra day. But that won't happen for a week or two. Then we'll see. We may need another, we may just change Warframe Monday to Wednesday and open up my Monday days, because I'm already streaming around 20 hours a week. That's a fair bit when you think about it. It's half a full-time job. Looking for a meeting time. Well, if I do change Monday to Wednesday, we'll see during the day. I could potentially do a short stream on Monday just to get people used to the idea. But that'll give me Monday morning, at least. Fogging up the camera. Shouldn't affect Thursdays that much if I move to Wednesday night. Sure, I might have Monday for you, Cap. We'll see. At the moment, as it stands, Monday mornings for the next probably couple of weeks are going to be open still. So open, yeah, for the next couple of weeks. I'll probably be talking to my blacksmith mate tonight, one way or another. So I'll have a chat to him. I want to give it a couple of weeks of announcement so that we can get the schedule change. People can know what's going on, and we can get the schedule change going. Yeah, so just going to turn the music down a little bit. Yeah, couple of weeks we'll have Monday mornings. So hopefully you can see this, but when I first put those onions in, they were nearly up to the top of the pan. Now, there's less than a third of the pan is full of onion. So as you're doing this process, they do reduce, in size because you're getting rid of all the fluid in it. And yeah, so don't be too if you do something like this, don't be too concerned that your pot gets full. It's like, it's onion. So yeah. Cap, got you good. Sounds good. Can aim for next Monday. Sweet. No worries, Cap. Sounds like a plan. So speaking of scheduling, we Freaky Friday tomorrow, but seeing we have finished the Lost Alone series, we'll be moving on to Mortuary Assistant. More jump scares, more creepy, and for memory, 5 different endings. So we're going to have a few goes at this. It doesn't. I've watched it a couple of times on stream, and the first go round seems to take a bit of time. But once you get used to where all the bits and bobs are to do the process of embalming, because you're in a mortuary, it then gets quicker. So it takes a bit of time at the start, figure out where everything is, find it all, and then gets quicker and quicker. But like I said, there are 5 different endings so far, and getting them can be interesting fun. So there are several playthroughs that we'll have to go through. So with that, I need a short break. So let's see if I can do this. Hang on. That one. Let's make this bigger so you can just sit and watch the sizzle. I'll be back. Ta-da! And I caught the hat trim while I was away. Nice. Right, so let's bring that back down. There we go. Is that right side? Yes. So look, it's even got the gap from my belly. Get the pep in my belly. Tasty, tasty goodness. Look at all that flavour just hanging out on the spatula. Like I said, it looks burned, but it's not. Right? Yeah, that's it. Right? Crunchy, bit of tang, tart. That's raw onion. This at the moment is soft. It's soft. Still a little bit of crunch, but it is really okay, that's starting to sweeten. That's starting to get a little bit sweet now. Hey Kamikaze, how you doing? Welcome to the chat, welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Yes, we're up to cooking stream today. We are cooking I don't know, something with onions. French onion soup. I have an idea. I'm gonna take like a cup of this, blend it, and then throw it in the dehydrator and see if I can make powdered French onion soup that I can then put into a dip. It's gonna be interesting. Not bad, just having first coffee. Hey, my dad is your fashion designer today. Yes, yes he is. I've lost my black hoodie. I have no idea where it's gone, and I'm incredibly freaking sad that I've lost my black hoodie. Fucking, I like that idea. Nice. I mean, this is mostly, a cup would be mostly fluid. I might take 2 cups, we'll see. I don't know how much I can actually put in the dehydrator. So, we'll see. Don't know if you can see in the, oh yeah, you can. So you can see in the stock, there's what looks like flakes in it. Basically, that's fat. That's the little bit of fat that I didn't get out in between the process of the overnight cool, skim the fat off. Normally I get a bit more of the fat out, but I missed a step in the cooling process. Oopsies. But I thought it was going to be cold enough in the house to actually let it cool overnight and solidify the fat, and it wasn't. So normally if I was doing that on a warmer night, I'd put it in a in the sink in cold water and leave that overnight to fast cool it. Because I don't have a shitty fridge that I can put hot stuff in and, you know, work the fridge to death trying to cool it down. I broke my crappy fridge from doing that, predominantly. Why is it over there? Anyway. Yes, this is the only recipe we're doing today. We are not doing multiple recipes. Why? I don't know. Just don't know. We're not doing a dessert today. I'm still trying to figure out the format of what we do. I mean, a main in a dessert is probably a easy format to follow. Oh no, Jesus Christ. Rolling on the floor laughing. Just found this on Shower Thoughts. Kicking a man in the genitals also does area of effect damage to every man who witnessed it. Yes. Yes, it does. Hey VP, how you doing? Welcome to the chat, welcome to the stream. Where's your entrance music? Might be because I'm on this computer. In fact, it would be because I'm on this computer. Oh no! Spicy cough, existential crisis. We love some of that soup. Nice. One good thing about cooking, right? You literally have to play with your food to get your food. Cough and ripped up throat. Ay. Yeah, that's sucky, VP. Ooh, there was a ding. Why is that? What? No. What the hell happened? Alerts? Okay, we'll put that above the video captured. Nope. Nope. There. There. Nope. Did that what? No. Don't go down the bottom. There we go. Well, that one's in there at least. Yay! Alright, we had a ding. What was the ding? Someone tell me what the ding is. Helena Z follow. Thank you for the follow. Doing the happy dance. Doing the happy dance. Doing the happy dance. Doing the happy dance. Thank you for the follow. Helena ZZZ. I'm just going to call you Helena if that's alright. Thank you for the follow. There we go. Well, at least we got VP's, part of VP's entrance music going there. Let's get some of this lighter stuff into the middle. Some of the darker stuff to the outside. Like that bit. Very white. Stop being white. Go brown. Silly white onions. So, for those of you who, it should be in here, for those of you who are unaware and may not have been in the stream for a little bit recently, there is a new emote for subscribers. And this is thanks to Wardham. He took one of the cooking streams that we had and made this GIF and made this for chat and for the stream. So this is a subscriber only emote, and it looks like this. Wait, nope. Wait, that. Hype, 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 hype. So there we go. Thanks to Wardham, we have our first, not only our first proper subscriber emote, but also the first animated emote. So yeah, thanks to Wardham for that. So the old hype emote is now down in the follower section. So as a follower, you can now use that emote. You can use the generic emote, the generic hype emote as a follower, but as a subscriber, you can use the animated hype emote. So we're working on the next one. It's just trying to get the footage of Issa to do what I want to do. So what I want to do for the next emote is have Issa just sitting there and then do a big yawn, you know, a cat's hinged jaw. But then as she yawns, have a big love heart come out of it. So she's like roaring a love heart. And that will become the animated heart emote. So working on that. Try and get a cat to be on camera and do what you want. I tell you, if Emerson pulls this off, he's going to be, well, he already is a dead set legend. But if he pulls this one off, should put a link up somewhere in my about for Emerson. Or for Wardham. Oops. Ooh, a wild Marwile. Ow! What, Ziggy? What's wrong, Ziggy? Nope. Doesn't care. Right, so that is starting to look like a really tasty mess. Oh, Vikings out of Pokeballs. What, Ziggy? What's wrong? Ziggy's getting old. We lost her son a little while ago, so that'll tell you something. Okay, that's good. Turn that off for a moment. So I just had that on the heat just to defrost it, basically. So you can see now though that the flakes that were in the top are gone. So that little bit of fat that was there is now melted into the broth itself. So you can either, Viking, you can either scroll down into and there should be an app underneath the stream where you just go into the shop, or you go ! Pokeshop, then Pokeball, and then however many you want. I'd probably start with 5. I can just go 20s because I've got a shed ton of poker dollars. But yes, poker shot, poker ball, and then however many you want. I'd recommend 5 to start with. But that's assuming you haven't got the app. If you've got if you can scroll down and see the actual app underneath if you scroll down from the stream, you can go into the poker shop there. If you haven't got that, use the command. Hey, doing upright? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. That's going to look really funny when it hits YouTube because I have to silence that out, that tune out because of copyright, YouTube copyright. So it's going to be me just dancing in silence. French onion soup, absolutely. Look at that. See, at some point I'm going to have to stream making charcuterie. So all these nice meat products, and then I'll have to, but I haven't got anywhere to smoke it. Record yourself doing the tune with your mouth and... Ah, right, yes, with you. Okay, that took me a second. So how are you holding up, upright? Right, let's taste some of this. It's getting there. It is getting there. Yeah, I'm pretty good. Been a fair day already today. I've dropped T down the airport because she's off to Melbourne to go see a concert for the weekend. So batching it up. We're here in the kitchen batching it up. We are, however, going to need some wine. Oh no! Well, that's... Here's one I prepared earlier. Took it out of the wine fridge. So, we're going to use a little bit of white wine. Almost dropped it. Would have gotten a bit of trouble for that. So I should come over with all the drinks and girls and we should party till 4 AM every day. Yeah. So, we are using, for the wine for this recipe, we are using the Battle of Bosworth Sauvignon Blanc. The 2020 Sauvignon Blanc. I don't know how many points this one has. And there's a blurb on the back. But yes, Bosworth is an organic wine. Pretty sure they're organic. But anyway, they're organic wine. And... As I've said before, they have the soursops up on the label, and that's because they let the soursops run wild under the vines, and that stops them having to use herbicides on the grasses and stuff that build up, because the soursops stop it from building up. So this is the wine that we are going to be using today. This isn't too bad. Here, this is only about 20 bucks a bottle. So that's no Chateau cardboard. It's fancy because it's in a bottle, not in a box. Yes. We do like, some Chateau de cardboards are nice. Wine is not really my thing, to be honest. But it's a little tart. Put the glass down before I frickin' break it. There's a stream idea, Gooner Fortune. Oh God, no, no. I'm not doing Gooner Fortune. So this is reducing quite nicely. This weird little ding, ding, and I'm like, fridge isn't closed. Yes, you tried, Upright. Yes, you tried. So you can see what I mean about reducing. The onions are now, they've reduced to the point where they're barely covering the base of this pan. Which is fine. It's not a problem. Now, this recipe calls for it wants to add butter and then sprinkle some sugar. A teaspoon of sugar. A teaspoon of sugar makes the medicine go down. We'll put in a couple of tablespoons of butter. I'm going to throw that in. Let's go for that much. Looks like a couple. That looks like a couple of tablespoons, right? Didn't. That looks like a couple of tablespoons. And then throw in a teaspoon of sugar. I've seen this done with balsamic. So you're doing, and it works, right? I've tasted it when it's been done with balsamic vinegar. And it tastes quite nice. So now that I've got the sugar in there, I'm going to turn up the heat and I'm going to keep it moving. He's gone all fancy on his wines in bottles and such. Right? Exactly, Upright. Viking, even better, rapier training, Gooner Fortune style, set up many gooms on the line at different heights and distances, then get it spinning, and Auric has to stab slash each one in sequence with a timer. Oh, good lord. Okay. why I was considering using the metal one. We're going to do that. There are boxing training aids that are buttons you stick on a wall. They light up in fast patterns and you have to keep up. It'll work for rapier. Maybe. I don't know if I want to train rapier to be a sewing machine though. Bling. Ah. Nope. Nope. Uh-oh. We're in trouble here. Damn. Alright. We've messed up a little bit here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that off the heat. Get some of the heat out of it. Now the recipe calls for 2 cloves of garlic, but that paltry amount never appeals to me. This is where I messed up. I was meant to do this, meant to pull down the garlic while that was on the early stages, and I totally forgot. Oops. So, little trick, take your clove of garlic, nip the ends off, crush it with the flat blade of your knife, and that then generally just lets you peel off the outer layer, no problem. It's not just sewing machine, it's accuracy, small button. Yeah, fair enough, upright. Zephyr, how you doing? Not sticking around for long, just passing by to make greetings and wish you a lovely stream. Awesome, thank you, Zephyr. Thank you for the lurk. Alright, so we're putting in a bit more garlic than is technically required. But what this does is it gives me a chance to pull out my mezzaluna. So we do a broad cut with the knife just to start chunking it up. So we get it to kind of that stage. Hang on, finger for scale, there you go. And then we hit it with the mezzaluna. I want to get a big one of these. This one technically is for herbs, but I find it works quite well on garlic. Because this, you don't want your garlic bits too big. I mean, I adore garlic, so I'm not too worried about that. But some people might be. So really, this point is you slam the garlic until you until it's small enough chunks that's the size you like. If you like big chunky garlic, use big chunky garlic. So for today, finger for scale, a couple of parts with the mezzaluna, nice small bits of garlic. Well, small for me. Also, here's the thing, scraping off your board, right, you'll notice that I just did it with the back of the knife, okay? So if you're scraping the board, you've got the board there, you've got your knife there, and you're scraping it with your knife, you're literally flattening the blade off. Now, if you keep your knives regularly sharpened, like you should do, and not have them blunt on stream, using the blade isn't that big a deal. But if you want to maintain your blades as long as you can, scraping off your boards, little things like that, flip them over, use the back, use the spine of the knife. No blade there, doesn't matter. Right, so now I'm going to slam a bit more heat back into this and get that garlic sweating, getting the flavour out. Now we're going to turn this back on. Because now all of this is just going to go back in there. The other reason I'm bringing this back up to heat is because I want to deglaze all the stuff on the bottom of the pan, which is a fancy term for chuck some wine on it and make it come off. Because even though it looks like, you can probably see there the difference in the pan, like between this side and this side, right? This side looks like it's all burnt. It's actually not. That is flavour. So scrape off a bit of that. Nah. Right, so you can also see now that all those onions we put in are barely covering the bottom of the pan. So we've taken a heap of water out and we've really condensed the flavour. flinging around carelessly like an animal. Alright. Bloop. Off. Into the pot with you. Right, so now, get some heat into that. Rah! All that colour just goes in there, which is awesome sauce. Ooh, go and wash my arm warm, because that burner is still on. And the phrase "quick" springs to mind. Now, this is a me thing, I know, but quick scrub. Now, it's ready for a wash now, but while it's hot, I find it easier to clean while it's hot. If you let that cool, what was left in the pan, if you let that cool and then it just sticks and gets... Doing it now while the pan's still got a bit of heat in it, just boom, comes off nice and easy. And then it's ready for a wash. So I just realized that one of the cameras is mirrored left right. Note the gas stove controls. This camera is mirrored, that one is not. If I approach, then yes, gas controls. That picture is how I actually look at it when I'm here. So that's this camera is mirrored. I can't do it when I'm streaming. I can't, if I look this way and my head goes that way, I go, what the hell's happening? What's going wrong? Yeah, no, but you're right. That is absolutely right, Blake. It is mirrored. But that's also why, is because if I look that way and the stream says I'm looking that way, I'm stop it. Now, look at the colour of that. Oh, flavour country right there. Right, so where's a spoon? Spoon! Get some onion in there. Oh, Jesus. Labour. Now again, I tend to put a little bit of salt and pepper in this at this point, but then let people season to their own taste once it's served. Thanks for the low cup, right? So now we let that. We're bringing that up to the simmer. Just up to the simmer. Yes, it is that one. I don't think we've used anywhere near enough white wine. It's alright, I'll pay the house back and buy them another one. Yeah. That's still not enough white wine. That's better. Use about that much white wine. So theoretically, I should get one of my little tasting bowls out. Instead of using a new spoon every time. Oh, here we go. Noms. Fucking just found this chainmail suit. Oh god. I can't open that currently, so if you could throw that in Discord and I can check it out later, that'd be awesome, please, fucking. Yep, we're there. So a couple of little things to add. Throw in our bay leaves. 2 bay leaves that I picked from the tree out the front, so nice and fresh. Relevant because the first time I met Ulrich, within 30 minutes he had me in chainmail. With a name like Viking, what can I say? Now, we also have some fresh thyme. Whoops. So, Did I just get thyme in my beard? No. Alright, so we're going for a tablespoon of fresh thyme, which is a fair bit when you think about it. So we're just going to pick the leaves off until we get enough. So if you pull it this way, you don't get a lot of leaves. So, but if you grab it at the top, at the tip, and pull backwards, strips it really easy. So, you know, interesting piece of useless trivia. Oops, could have got a better bit than that. Got one with lots of strings off the side, but that's okay. We can manage that. Easy enough. Gone. Hey, I caught Houndoom. Yay. Yeah, I agree, Cap. Time is like, time. Whoop. Okay, I don't want that boiling. Cool down, cool down. Oh my God, cool down. Alright. Be good. So raw thyme. It's like grassy. See, I don't know how to explain thyme. I don't know how to explain the taste of it. It just tastes like thyme. I don't know. One day I'll speak to some chefy friends and actually figure out what it's all about. There we go, that's better. Alright. I'm going to go with that's enough time. So you'll notice that every time I'm putting in a little bit of something extra, I'm tasting it, so I can taste the progression of how it goes, where it was at this point, next point, so on and so forth. We will eventually take those bay leaves out. Eventually. Now the thyme, if you're worried about, thyme leaves are tiny, so, but if you're worried about them being in the soup, you can take your knife or your mezzaluna and just really crush it up some more. And that doesn't change the flavor any, as far as I'm aware, but if you're worried about it floating around in your soup, that's one thing you can do. Where did I put my tasting bowl? There it is. Found it. Everyone can stop looking. It's okay. This is why people say never trust a thin cook, because it means they're not tasting their food. See, it's even that little bit of difference there it's changed how it smells. Still got that really rich bone broth flavor down underneath it all. But then you've got just the lighter top note of all of the, I sound like a wine fool, of the onions. And the onions have still got just that tiny bit of texture to it. You have one available with its own board and slot. No, I want a giant one. I have my little jewel one, but I want a big one. But yes, I have seen your mezzalunas, and they are quite nice. So, yes. But no, I saw one on Rick Stein, I think it was. No, it wasn't Rick. It was, yeah, it might have been Rick Stein. Get Kit to make you a mega one, and I'll make the board for it. Nice. Kit will make the mega one, because it's Kit. So yeah. Let's just bring that down a little bit more. Where's my spoon? Yeah, making a mezzaluna is definitely on the cards. So this says I should cover it, but I don't want to. I don't want to cover it. It looks pretty. Alright, so on that thought, I'll be back. Can everyone hear me thumping around? Because now, while we're waiting for that to cook, it is time for some dry ginger ale. Because yes, dry ginger ale is cool and refreshing drink. So while we're waiting for that, what time are we up to? It is 1:44. Well, an hour 44 into the stream. Might just hang these sprigs up somewhere. Because I've got too much time. Who knew? So we'll get these. We'll do some in-house ASMR. Alright, so we're going to do that back in a sec. Just went and cut a bit of. We've got a wool bobbin out the back that is usually that's a leftover. It's a remnant from a rug weaving machine. When I say remnant of a bobbin, there's probably a couple of 100 meters on it. It's 11:52 by the sun's stupid daylight savings. Right? So what I'm going to do, this is a nice thing to do in the kitchen. So I've got this leftover time that I didn't need, but it's putting off a really nice smell. So I'm going to, we have a couple of hooks up the back. So I'm just going to tie it into a little bunch, tie a loop on the top and go hang it. And it's just nice. Every now and then you just give it a brush and it releases the smell of thyme into the house, into the kitchen, which is nice. It's 11:52 by the time. No, it's 10:52. It's just 10:52. No, it's not. It's 11:55. All right, so it is 11:55. That is the time. I was going to say I started just after 10. Nope, that goes in that bucket to go out on the compost. See, it confuses you. I look at the clock. That's it. I just look at the clock and I don't really have a problem with daylight savings at that point. I wake up, I go, what time is it? Oh, it's that time. Okay. Sweet. So, I actually got my good knife out. Oh, she's so sharp and nom and wonderful. Which reminds me, So I have a really nice sushi knife that I was making sushi with. A long blade, long narrow blade, nice fine tip on it. Fucking, I leave one clock on normal time for a while, just so I can adjust. See, don't do it. No. Just put in the whatever time it is. Just use that. Don't go back and forth. Eek. Oh, that would do my head in. Always for you. Me? No. And so I came back into my kitchen one afternoon after a party, and the tip was missing off of my very expensive sushi knife. Needless to say, I was ropeable at the time. I have no idea. But I had in my sink, I had one of those plate grid things in there, and then I filled it full of ice so people could, just chunk out ice, whatever. Turns out, my very expensive knife that used to hang on a magnetic strip in my kitchen, the amount of tip that was missing was the perfect size of one of those holes. So what I suspect happened is someone grabbed the knife, went chunk into the ice, clipped the tip off that then went down the drain, and hung it back up. So now, my very good knives don't live where people can see them anymore. It's like, no. Right, this one is still, as you saw, lives in the box it came in. Yeah, that was at Griffin Lane. Viking, that was one of the Friday Frolics. I nearly cancelled Friday Frolics for good right then and there. But I didn't. We kept running them for a while. I really need to do more Friday Frolics. So what do we got? A wild mudslide. No, Mudsdale. I read that as mudslide, seriously. Cat? I miss that C so often and just do poker calf. It's just horrible. Yes, Friday Frolics. Yeah, right. Twould be nice. Twould be nice, it would. We'll see. We will see how we go. Anyway, thinking. So what do we got coming up? While we're waiting for our thing to simmer away. Look at that. Might turn that down a little bit more. Give it a stir. I think next time I make this, I'm going to double it. Put in twice as much. So, upcoming stuff. Tomorrow, as I said, Freak Out Friday. We're on to Mortuary Assistant. We're going to keep the... I need my Monday evenings back, because now I have... I have the only time I can get into the workshop to get some blacksmithing instruction is Monday nights. So I'm either going to be changing Monday to a day stream, or move Monday night to Wednesday night. So it'll be Wednesday night Warframe, which would, work better with the WW thing, and have Monday as the complete day off. At this point, it looks like the more I think about it, the more I'm getting to like the idea of Warframe Wednesday.
Do you mind if I kiss the monkey?
How doing, Kiki? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. So yeah, it probably looks like we'll move down the path of Warframe Wednesday, and have Monday as the day off. I don't think I want to add more hours to, because I stream around 20 hours a week as it is, and I'm not sure I want to add any more. Kiki! But we'll see. So if I do that, that'll probably happen in about a fortnight, or I may just change it if I manage to get to the workshop, the Earthship building workshop next from the 11th of November to about the 10th of December. I'll switch it after that. If I don't manage to get there, we'll talk about doing it otherwise. Other than that, the 22nd, reminder for everyone that the 22nd of this month, which is Christmas, I'm in October. This in October is going to be, it's a Saturday here in Adelaide, starting at 10 o'clock, which is normal time. But we will be doing the Smelt V3. So I'll have that up hopefully this afternoon. I'll have that up in the schedule and on Discord. And we will be doing that. It'll probably go 4 to 6 hours. And hopefully this time we will get a puck of iron. Very melty. Absolutely, Viking. Which reminds me, I've got to tell the Baron and Baroness that we're doing this. Yes, Kiki, with Apron Boy. Apron Boy will be back on stream on Saturday the 22nd. So, yay! So that's everything that's coming up. That's what's happening. That's what's going down. It's like, oh my God, I got so much on. I'm thinking though that I need a proper, no, I can't do it that way. Head's in the thing. I need a proper recording camera so that when I go, I can like throw on a tripod and stuff, so that when I go out to builds like this, I can actually do some filming, which would be really, really nice. I could do little minnow dickies, mini docos, and start being a documentary maker too. Why not? Here, have another thing to do, Ulrich. So yeah, Apron Boy will be there. A couple of other people. We are inviting a few other people. I don't know that they'll be on stream, but we'll see. So that's everything that's coming up. Oh my God. So, all right, time to check the pot. Oh yeah. Hope you guys can see that, because that's looking awesome. So we just let that simmer for a while. We have a YouTube. Oh my God, we're still on YouTube. So I haven't updated from socials on this computer yet. Oops. We are making French onion soup from scratch. I'm going to have to double the recipe though for next time, because there's a beef stew that I want to make that basically requires a whole heap of French onion soup, which you then put in a pan, add some cornstarch or basically cornstarch too, and that turns into the gravy that goes into the stew. It's like, oh my God. So I'm probably going to end up making during the week, I'll probably end up making another one of these that we can then use on Thursday cooking stream for something dark side for moving it on. So we've made the beef stock. Now we're using a whole heap of that beef stock to make the French onion soup. Then we'll make a whole heap of French onion soup, and we'll put that into thickening up the. It'll be either a pie or a stew. We'll see how we go. And we'll just keep scaling up what we're making. This is why freezers are handy. But if you didn't have a freezer, this is what you'd do. You would make your bone broth, then you'd make something big like this, and you would then, fill it up with all your onions. And we haven't used a lot of other ingredients when you think about it. So put a ton of onions in this. There's a nice vegetable, broth and veggie soup. Good for you. Then the leftovers of that, you would then put into this stew and use the gravy to thicken up the stew. And there's yet another meal. So the idea of upscaling your meals, I guess, is something that really appeals to me, because I can make giant batches of stuff. This one isn't, but I can make giant batches of stuff and then just keep upgrading and keep adding it into the next meal and the next meal and the next meal. And you'd be surprised what it does to flavor, right? Kiki, I'm eating lunch watching this microwave beef stroganoff. You're eating microwave beef stroganoff while I'm doing cook from scratch. Yeah, there's a rather famous cooking YouTuber who calls the microwave the tucker. And it makes me laugh every time I think about it. We'll just go to the tucker. But yeah, I love Nat's what I reckon. He's freaking hilarious. I love his cooking. Done a couple of his recipes actually, and yeah, they're quite tasty. So I have lots of little ideas for what to do on stream for cooking. But if you have a recipe that you'd like me to have a go at, let me know. Yeah, nice. He motivated you to cook, Kiki. Excellent. I've been slowly motivating more and more. There are people right now that would turn this stream on and just lose their mind that not only am I in the kitchen cooking, but I'm showing people that I'm cooking. The hell? What's going on? So we need more lemon recipes too. I might have to do a lemon cake at some point. So, because, yep, lemon tree is still full. Hydrate before you dehydrate. So, yeah. I think as I've said before on the stream, I think one of the big things about me getting in the, oh God, here we go. One of the big things about me getting into cooking and actually enjoying cooking is getting the utensils that work. So here we go. All right. VP's redeemed stretch. So, we're going to do a stretch. We're going to do proper stretches. Here we go. Oh, my pancreas. See, look at that. Straight as a board. My ribs do not want to bend. Oh, roll, okay. See? Went straight from the hip. No, roll downs. Got it. That's gonna look horrible. You watch. Thank you for the stretch, VP. Loving your work. Put my goggles back on. Now, I think I'm going to take this jumper off. Let's see if I can do it without losing my hat. Made it. So now I've just got to find the bit and then it's like, bing. And then cut it out for Twitch. Cut it out for YouTube. All right. Almost out of dry ginger ale. Might have to get another dry ginger ale. See, now it should be obvious it's mirror imaged, Viking. For those who don't watch it, go check out The Juice Media. They are a satirical comedy site that generally takes the piss out of governments. All governments equally. So go watch, if you don't already, go watch them because they're awesome. The Juice. Yeah. Juice Media is incredibly funny. They do occasionally there's not there is some not safe for work stuff, but it is clearly labeled when it is thus. Popularized the term Department of Shitfuckery. Dodo. And to hydrate. Hydrate before I dehydrate. Alright. We'll do an actual hydrate with the lemon cordial that we made in the first stream. The first cooking stream we did. So this is that cordial. This is how long it keeps. It just keeps and keeps and keeps. I know eggs were the first stream. That's right. Ulrich is the egg bandit. A coffee hydrate? No. I don't have to. You can't make me. How many? I've got 3 drinks on the go. There we go. That's the end of the coffee drink. Ooh, iced coffee. That's how cold it is in here. Oh, wow. This is where we need smell-o-vision. Definitely need smell-o-vision. Kiki, I'll have all the coffee. Just IV drip. Yes, that is the sound my veins make. Because I'm old. I'm old. You young whippersnippers. Martha, I need my bifocals. Remember him from Dirt? And the intro for that matter. Alright, so we've done that hydrate, we've done that, we've finished the coffee, so the coffee can go away. We have no more coffee drakes. No comment on your grinding veins. Yeah. It's all the cholesterol. Actually, ironically, that is the one thing that I'm a little high on is cholesterol. a teeny bit. Teeny bit. But I am eventually going to have to get that now. So we're just doing a bit of tidying up. Because as you may have guessed, right, when I start these things, I hate cooking in a messy kitchen. I do. Seriously, it drives me nuts. Messing up the kitchen whilst cooking, I'm fine. I'm absolutely 100% fine with that. No worries. If you're not making a mess, you're really cooking. Really, you know. But starting in a messy kitchen is just like the dining table at the moment is maybe contributing to some of the clean kitchen. But yeah, I just does my head in. I don't know how people do it. I've seen people cook with like dishes piled up and all around them and stuff, and it's like, how the hell do you do it? You just, oh, I don't understand how they do it. I know they can. I've seen them do it. Just no, not for me. Right, that appears to be losing a bit of water. So, just going to put a little bit more back in. And believe me, with the amount of flavor in that, if I add a little bit too much water, it's not going to hurt. And again, that's the thing with soups as well, especially ones like this. If you're tasting it as you go, and it's tasting like it's really, the flavor is really kicking you in the teeth, and you want to mellow it out a bit, throw in a bit of water. You know, we could throw in a bit more stock if we wanted to, depending on how much you've got on hand. So yeah, even if you're using pure stock, a lot of this coming off, a lot of the reduction as it goes is just water, because there's still water in the stock and all in the bone broth and all of that. So even if you've done it to the recipe and it's just like a bit, oh wow, add a bit more water to it, and just a little bit at a time. Have a little taste test out of your bowl each time you add a bit more, and see where it gets you to. It's a really easy way to do it. Now, one of the things too is the bone broth that we made the other day. I left that very concentrated, very concentrated. So, for me, I like that extra flavor. If you do sort of like the bone broth that we did, and then you find that's when you get it in the meal like this, you find it's, oh gee, wow, huge. Then add more water. And give it a little taste after you have. Oh, we've run out of music. I didn't even realize we'd run out of music. All right, let's go to the next one. This one is the Synthwave Chill Synth Retro Music Skyline. There we go. So again, White Bat Audio. Go check them out on YouTube. Nude? No, Kiki, I keep telling you, PG-13. I'm not doing nude cooking. Viking, yes, Viking, Freud has entered the chat. Yes. Oh, See, like now, as the rest of the flavors are going in and getting into that broth, everything is mellowing out and just it's infusing together as a wonderful. But it's all infusing together, and the taste is changing as it simmers. So again, this is a really good reason why to keep taste testing all the way through. Especially when you're doing multiple ingredients, and the way we are with this one. Kiki, we are donating them to the Radio Control Car Club. What? What did I miss? Kiki uses serialized doing with the monitors we picked up. Freud is always present. BP, it'll give you a place to hang your apron. Sure. It was a typo and I'm a tired nurse. Oh, trying to pull those heartstrings. You know I don't have heartstrings. What are those? But yes. Well, yes, I am cheeky. That is a thing. No heartstrings. So I'm thinking I might do a little addition to cooking. Yeah, maybe. Might do a little box sort of here, or maybe up here, that has the chat in it, and we'll stream the chat as we go. Probably up here actually, because at least here you can see the. Although, then where am I going to put the other camera that actually shows the chopping board and see? Too many things, I tell you. No, don't, Kiki. Nah. Nah. Bah! Humbug! I'm going back to work now. Enjoy the stream all. Thank you, Kiki. Thank you for dropping in. Thank you for hanging out. It is cool that you could. Hugs for all. Yay! Oops. Bing. Let's see if that works. Hey, there you go. Hard squish. Alright, so this, as that gets back up to the simmer, that should be nearly ready. So we are probably going to end up being a bit of a short stream today. Probably only going to be about 2.5 hours. I just put pics in Discord of the knife I just finished. Ooh, nice. I look forward to seeing them. Because this computer won't run Discord and stream at the same time. Good pooter. But it's still streaming. It streams this, so it's okay. So I think I might have a rummage. I've got one more meal to make out of this progression, and then we might go back to the Country Women's Association cookbook. What was I going to do? I don't know what I was going to do. I was going to do something. Ah, that's right. Yes. So If you're not already, you can join us on Discord. And oh, which one, VP? VP has a recipe for us. You can join us on Discord. You can see these pretty pictures that people are putting up in Discord, and we can go from there. Potato donuts. Okay. Does that require deep frying? Because if it does, I don't have anything I can deep fry with, unfortunately, at this point yet. Wait for it. Ooh, from the Great Depression. Yeah. Sounds very interesting. Potato donuts. But yes, have I put a cooking... I think I've put a cooking thing in. I may have to start a whole new channel for the cooking thing, so we can have recipes out, recipes in, recipe suggestions. Constantly updating everything as we grow. But that's the point, isn't it? We grow the community, we grow what we're doing, and it gets bigger and better and badder, and shit flying everywhere. Alright, so while you're checking, I'm going to go get another ginger ale. Back in a sec. Saw that. Saw it. Yeah, it does. Aha. See, I don't have a deep fryer. Or I don't have the equipment to do that. That said, I can always talk to Upright. Because if anyone has got a deep fryer that they'd be willing to lend me, it'd be Upright. I'm liking this. I'm going to have to favorite this. Just messing with my volume. Viking, I have an old one I haven't used in years. No idea if it works. Would need a clean up. Yeah, fair. All you missed, VP, was that Upright might have a deep fryer that I can use. But yeah, for the moment, potato donuts or anything requiring deep fried is unfortunately off the list. So, oops. Avocado bread? How am I meant to afford a house if I eat avocado? Yeah, throw it in there. Avocado bread sounds interesting. I want to do a alright, so that'll be an oven thing. I'm assuming that'll be an oven thing. So that would mean I need to make so if I do an oven thing and a stove thing for that stream, cool. Alright, throw it in. I'll see what I can do. Because I do like avocado and I do like bread. I probably need a better bread tin though. Although we've got to try brawn again at some point. That's gonna come with a content warning though. So I might not. Don't know. Also, the guy I have shared has a whole channel devoted to this. Has a whole channel devoted to avocado bread or cooking. To try and weird recipes. I found a guy that does anime recipes. So if it's a recipe in an anime, he pulls the recipe apart and cooks it IRL. And some of them are really good. Some of them are just like, oh god, oh god, oh god. Binging with Babish. Yes, I am familiar with that channel. I am familiar with Binging with Babish. Absolutely. Is Binging with Babish, is that the... I can't remember the name of the guy that does the anime cooking. Babish does some mad stuff. Yeah. Right. We haven't gone totally mad yet. We haven't gone into my... anything that I've put together for shiggles. Oh god, VP has a challenge. I remember him making some Bob's Burgers. Okay, Viking. Sure. VP, I'd want to be around to taste it though. Okay, so what's the challenge, VP? Stotty cake. Never heard of it. I've never heard of a stotty cake. Let's see if we can push the web out. Lavender and lovage? No, what is a stotty cake? Stotty cake or stotty is a type of bread that originated in northeast England, so it's got no flavour. It's a flat and round loaf, usually around 30 centimetres in diameter and 4 centimetres deep, so it's damper, with an indent in the middle produced by the baker. Okay. Sounds like damper on the outside. It's known as stotty cake and spelled stotty. The cake is a large round flatbread. Sometimes stotties are as large as 30 centimetres. Cake originated in part of England just outside of Newcastle. Newcastle? What are we going to Newcastle for? Damper is very close to it. Okay, cool, cool. Taste, well, yeah, I haven't had a look at like what's in it, but let's have a quick squiz, see if we can stotty cake. Well, it looks interesting. Okay, so now we look past all their life story and how their grandmother loved them, and oh my god, it's gorgeous, and I have such feels with my feels and stuff about feels with my grandma, and here's some ads, and Jesus, is there gonna be a recipe in here somewhere? Ah, here we go. Can you... strong white bread flour, salt, sugar, yeast, white pepper. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, it's damper with white pepper in it. So according to this random recipe that I just pulled up out of nowhere, it's white bread flour, salt, sugar, yeast, white pepper, and tepid water. Does that sound about right to you, VP? No, pronounce it like a local. Newcastle. Newcastle. Okay, cool. We could throw that in the oven. I want to have a go at traditional croissants too, but that's not going to be on stream because that's like take a giant amount of butter, put it in a tiny bit of flour, roll it and fold it, roll it and fold it, put it in the fridge for a day. Repeat without the flour. And you do that over like 3 or 4 days. It's ridiculous. So, I'm very familiar with croissant taste. See, I want to do the light fluffy, the one that's like so full of butter you don't need to add butter. That more traditional French croissant. I'm gonna have to figure out why. You one done what? Oh, you mean done correctly? Yes, yes. There is a just down the road. Well, not just down the road, but in Sefton? No, not Sefton. On Stevens Terrace, anyway. There's a place near Stevens Terrace in Adelaide that is a proper French patisserie, and the guy is French, and he's a French patissier and huzzah. And he opens his shop at 6 a.m. and usually by 10 he's sold out. The whole day's produce is gone in 4 hours. My old mate Tom makes croissants in his bakery at Robe. Oh, nom 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 nom. Only 2 days a week though. They usually sell out fast. Right? When you make these things proper. I also need to make, okay, I don't know what the actual name for it is, but the bakery we used to get it from is closed. And it's basically, it looks like a sausage roll, but it's full of appley goodness. So it's like a fruit stick, but baked. Gonna taste awesome, but I've got to figure out, so we're going to make them at some point as well. We're going to make them on stream at some point as well. So, yes. Kinda, VP, it's kind of like an apple pie, but not. It's literally the size of your average sausage roll, your average Aussie sausage roll. It's, you know, about 15 centimeters long, you know, probably about 5-6 centimeters around, but pastry, and then full of apple goodness. So yeah, kinda, maybe it follows a similar apple pie recipe. I don't know. It's something we've got to figure out. We can do experimental cooking. I also want to start doing some medieval. Oh, excuse me. I also want to start doing some medieval recipes as well. Right, so this. Right, that should be about ready. Been simmering for a bit longer than it needs to. Well, a bit longer than the recipe calls for. So we'll see. Give me some onion. Onion. There it is. Look. There we go. There's some onion. Nom 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 nom. Right, so the smell has gone from that beef, really beefy, stocky smell to medieval recipes. I'm going to talk to Leah from Ironclad. Oh my god, her cooking is amazing. We had this thing called Napoleon chicken with apples and spices and yum. Ooh, nom nom nom. So, it's just got that hint of thyme. There is literally just this tiniest hint of thyme over the beef. Really can't smell the onion yet. Oh, Jesus. I'm gonna, for my palate, I'm just gonna add the tiny bit of salt, a couple of grains. We need smeller taste division, I tell you. Alright, so I'm going to take that off the flame. Button her up. And that will be dinner tonight. More than likely. Yeah, I've also got a heap of recipes. Redactions. Like, medieval recipes are crazy, let me tell you, because they take, for example, it'll be take a goodly amount of chicken. So, frick is a goodly amount of chicken. Lager. And yeah, when they say minced, when a medieval recipe says minced chicken, they don't mean what we do, what we call mince. What it actually means is diced. Kind of, stop it, Captain. The kind of chicken that fits just right. Right, so hold that thought. I'm watching you. So, take 1,000 eggs or more. 15th century recipes by Cindy Renfro. Renfrau. Here we go. Okay, so lampreys baked. Take lampreys and scald them with something. And scald them, is blank in the manuscript, and make a fair paste. And put 2 or 3 lampreys with powder of ginger, salt, pepper, and let them bake. And cut salmon in fair broad pieces and bake them in the manner before said, and then serve forth. And there you go. That is the entire recipe. That is a medieval recipe. So they're going to be fun. Right, Cap? It's just like, what the hell? But when you think about it, there is a fair amount of assumed knowledge here, right? A goodly amount is just, how many are you feeding? Are you feeding 5 or are you feeding 500? You know, so a goodly amount might be, you know, half a chicken per person, and that was just known. That was just what cooks did, right? So, and look, in a lot of respects, we still do that sort of thing today. Maybe not as bad, but we still do that sort of thing today. Like, the recipe for this called for 6 large onions. It's like, what's frick's a large onion? Well, there is actually. If you go to a country fair and you talk to one of the judges, they'll show you. They've got a little plate that they can push onions through and stuff and say, well, this is small, medium, large, and it actually quantifies what size a large onion is. But who knows that there's these measuring, who even knows there's these measuring templates? Or is it just like, yeah, that onion looks large, we'll use that one. It's not like grammage, or it's not like take 500 grams of onions. So we still do it a little bit today. It's just then, large onion. Aim for 7:38 p.m. on my Monday. Oh, wait. On your Monday, that's my Tuesday. We'll talk about that, Cap. I'll send you a DM. And we'll see what's going. Yeah. I'll send you a DM and we'll see how we go, Cap. Time zones, I know, right? This is what happens when you live in the past. Yes, you live in the past. I live in the future. Pity our laws don't reflect that. So, yeah. Or is it do my OBS update? Yeah, I've got to do another OBS update. Because there's a hotfix OBS update from the OBS update. I was like, okay, fine. Mind you, what do I want for free? Come on, seriously. Right, so we now have French onion soup. We have at least one recipe from VP. When did the jumper come off? Half hour or so ago. Jumper came off. And free advertising for the Juice Media. Yes, the pretty colours that Viking's dad helped design. Missed it. Damn it, work. Damn it. So we now have that. And so, as the stream draws to close. Yeah, so we should put this back in the fridge. Right, so as we draw to a close on the stream, as always, thank you, Carl Casey at Whitebat Audio. Check out Whitebat Audio on YouTube. This is where I get most, well, all currently, of the background music for the streams we do. So go check that out. We will be back tomorrow with Freak Out Friday. Thank you, Whitebat. Yeah, I know, right? We will be back tomorrow at 10 AM for Freak Out Friday, and we'll be doing a new game, Mortuary Assistant, full of jump scares and evil things. So happy one of us is cooking. Right? Then next week, where's my calendar? Here we go. How long have we got? Oh, okay, we're only there. All right, so we have. Oh my God. Okay. So we have next week will be normal stream schedule. Then on the 22nd, which is the Saturday of next week, we will have the smelt stream. Then a regular 2 weeks of regular streaming. No, hang on. Yes, then 2 weeks of regular streaming. And then we will find out if I'm going to wander off and build an Earthship or not. We should know. We should know soon. It'll probably be another week and a half. So hang on, Friday. So Friday next week, I should know whether I'm going to be able to go to the Earthship build. If I can, I'm out of here for a month. I will be gone from basically the 11th of November to the 11th of December, if I can manage that. When's the Lego? Yes. Yes, Cap. That's when there will be a Lego. So we will attempt. I've got to get it. Yeah, I've got to get a Lego in. Maybe when I get back. When I get back from doing the Earthship, if I get to do the Earthship, when I get back from that, we'll do a special welcome back Lego stream build. How does that sound? Earthship dirigible. No, it's not an Earthship dirigible. The reason it's called an Earthship is because it's off-grid. It uses all like natural, the whole lot, and it's self-sustaining. But there are things you have to do. Open windows, close windows, you know, that sort of stuff. Keep your airflow regulated so it regulates the temperature, and so you're sailing the house, hence Earthship. But you're doing it. A lot of people see it as apocalypse stuff, Cap, absolutely. But the idea that I can not pay nearly $1,000 a month for power, a quarter, nearly $1,000 a quarter for power, and reduce that payment to zero, and then the same for cooking and hot water, and you know, all of those bills that everyone just intrinsically goes, well, yeah, I'm gonna have to pay this. Yep, here we go. Go away. Apocalypse or no, the idea that humanity can get off-grid and not pay these giant companies to keep stuffing up the earth is really appealing to me. So even if the apocalypse doesn't happen and climate change doesn't, you know, kill us all, I'm still not paying these big crappy companies to do crappy things to our earth. And that appeals. Get off my planet. There is no planet B. This is why I think we should cut space exploration, just not do it. Like, go out, have a look, get your telescopes out, all that, fine. But the idea of going to another planet, like going to Mars and setting up a colony, ixnay, until we learn to live within the bounds of our own freaking planet. Once we've got that, then we can expand. Tank girl. Right? Just... there goes some water. I wouldn't mind the apocalypse. Thing is though, I'll just say this, but just before we wrap up. Anyone that you watch those survivalist things and you watch that, you know, all that sort of stuff, and everyone thinks they're going to be the one that survives. They think that, yeah, you know, I'll be fine. I won't get done by disease. I won't get shot at, you know, 500 meters by a really good shot. You know, it's like, it won't be me. It's like, dude, it's the world. Once the human race gets back into nature, it could be any of us at any time. Here we go. We got to have those missiles, props for the asteroids. Asteroid missiles. Right. All right, so let's go back to here. What do we got? Okay, so NASA just blow one up. It's fine. It's fine. So NASA's only got the budget to track less than 1% of the near-Earth asteroids anyway, so we don't worry about that. What? Hang on, we're getting background noise. Alright, we'll do that. Alright, getting background noise. Alright, so we are going to call that a stream, and we're going to wander off, and we're going to, we'll have that for dinner later tonight. So, as we go, thank you everyone who joined us. Thank you for those who joined us in chat. Thank you. Oh, hang on, we've got to get back to create a dashboard. Where's my create a dashboard? I'm really pushing it here. I'm surprised I'm not dropping, what do you call them? Frames. Thank you to Helena ZZZI for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for everyone that has come in, hung out in chat, watched me cook up some stuff, and I've got to get on the recipes and get them up in Discord. We will get on. So much stuff I've got to do, it's ridiculous. It's like, so, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between, that was a stream. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for hanging out. Great to see everyone here. Hope to see you again tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock Adelaide time. If you don't know when that is, scroll down, check out the thing. I know, right, Cap? Absolutely. So, have fun, take care, be good to each other. Bye!
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Don't forget to check the description for any links I may have left there. If you like the video, please press like or subscribe to my channel. Next video in the series is up here. Until then, stay safe, have fun.